This is an instructional video intended to help you set up your collector animatronic from Spirit Halloween. After taking everything out of the box, your parts should include the metal base, the hip loop, the rope, the adapter, 2 metal leg poles with foam, the 2 arm poles with the skeleton hands, the plastic back form, the burlap sack, and the skeleton head. You should also have the clothing piece and the center torso pole with the control box, the mechanism, and also the shoulder frame. First, locate the metal base. Now locate each of the 2 leg poles labeled B and attach them to the base with the snap lock pins and the corresponding holes at the bottom of each pole. It should be looking something like this. Now grab the large torso pole with the control box and the shoulder frame and attach that to the tops of each leg pole, again using the corresponding locking pins and holes. Fish the hip loop over the shoulder frame and attach it to the 2 corresponding slots at the bottom of the torso pole. Attach the plastic back form using the metal fork and the corresponding slot at the top of the torso pole. Locate the clothing piece and, finding the opening at the very bottom of the clothing piece, fish it over the entire frame that you have constructed so far. Pull the bottom down to make sure it covers the metal legs, and then adjust the creepy cloth as needed. Rolling up the left sleeve of the collector, attach the left arm pole, which is the one that has the wire sticking out of it, to the corresponding slot using the fork. Now connect the wire coming from the left arm to the wire coming from the control box that runs all the way up the torso frame. And then pull the sleeve all the way back down to cover up the left arm. Now locating the right arm, once again roll up the right sleeve until you can see the corresponding slot and attach the fork at the top of the arm to the slot. And roll the sleeve back down to cover it up. Now grab the collector's big skull head and, using the fork that is sticking out of the bottom of it, slide it through the slot that is sticking right up at the top of the torso pole. There are 2 corresponding wires coming from the head and 2 wires coming from the control box that are ran all the way up the torso pole that need to be connected. Now grab the burlap sack and use the posable fingers of the left hand to hold it in place. There is a wire running down the arm that needs to be connected to a wire coming from the bag, and then they can be covered up by the sleeve. Now grab the rope and run that around the waist of the collector and tie it and style it to your liking. Lift up the clothing at the front of the collector to plug in the adapter to the control box. The collector's switch can be in the sensor mode, where the IR sensor will activate him, off where he will do nothing, or step pad mode, where the trimies that you have plugged into the step pad jack will activate him. Those trimies may include the step pad, the trimmy button, or the multi-prop remote activator. Then there is also a volume control knob to turn the volume up and down, and also a jack for an external speaker. Plug the adapter into an outlet and your setup is complete.